friends. Steve here. We're going to do a little reading from the Mayan calendar. So in the Mayan calendar, there are 13 months. And the months begin in July, on the 26th of July, and they're 28-day months. So we're on month 12. So month 12 has 3 more days. It'll complete on June 26th. And today is related to the second chakra, and it's a white crystal Worldbridger. So this month is the crystal moon of cooperation. And I've noticed how often the word cooperation has come up for me this month. And next, beginning on the 27th, is the cosmic moon of presence. And that sounds pretty fun. So we're going to read about the tone 12, because today is the crystal moon. And so the crystal moon is the 12th moon, so we're in the 12th month. So the crystal month of cooperation. And this is the second day of the tone 12. So there's 13 tones, and so they'll repeat twice in a month. This 1 through 13 tones, and tone 12 is the crystal tone, which is about dedicating, universalizing, and cooperation. 12 represents the maximum evolution of form, its attainment of complete complexity. Having dissolved the rigidity in tone 11, which is about dissolving, release, and liberating ourselves. The crystal tone presents a higher order of coordination, offering complex stability, creative cohesion, and comprehensive vision. Here we perceive the coherency of the whole as a composition of related parts, honoring the elaborate interworkings of life as a mandalic synthesis. Crystal tone asks us to universalize, to translate our knowledge and insights that they may be universally applicable, relevant, and shareable with all, assisting the elevation of the common good. Okay. The white Worldbridger. It equalizes death and opportunity. The throat chakra. And the words from the Maori people, they might be New Zealand. I'm not certain. They could be Australia. It might be New Zealand. They're one of those English penal colonies. At least that's the story. I don't know if it's true. But when the British couldn't deal with somebody, they just sent them to either Australia or New Zealand. I think those were the 2 locations that you got sent if you just weren't behaving according to British standards. And British standards, you have to wonder about them, seeing that they controlled 70% of the world's population not that long ago. That little tiny island, they had to be pretty rough. And they were on some levels the descendants of the Romans, because the Romans conquered that part of the world, and then things kind of fell apart back home, so the Romans headed back, but they left a lot of Roman seeds there. Okay, so the white Worldbridger equalizes death and opportunity. Would you like death or opportunity? That might be what's being asked of us right now. So the Maori Maori people, that might be right. They said, "You were, you will be, know this while you are. Your spirit has traveled both long and afar. It rose from the source, to the source it returns. The spark which was lighted eternally burns." Good to know. Worldbridger represents revelation, realization of the mortality of the physical body, the organic balance of life and death, the realm of neutrality, which facilitates bridging and connection, intimate exchange with the spirit of the ancestors. As a force of equalization, the inevitability of death humbles us all. As we contemplate how all things have an eventual ending, appears to be more so currently, we are drawn into the richness of the now with the perception that death equals opportunity. We find a sacred key that speaks not only of our imminent passing beyond this physical body, but also in regards to ego death. The cutting of the mask, which was the Queen of Swords from the tarot reading. Ego death. By continually shedding what no longer serves, we learn to yield to death as a natural overturning of cyclical processes. Releasing identities and surrendering attachments grants us access to new worlds. Worldbridger asks, what within your life is asking to be let go of or ended to make way for a new cycle to begin? What is discovered when you contemplate our human mortality? How can we overcome fear of death and find trust in the journey of life? How can we honor the reality of death in all its facets as a sacred ally of life? Let us welcome the power of death to liberate us from self-defeating habits, fears, and limitations. A succinct mantra for aligning with Worldbridger power is, I surrender to opportunity. When you know that you are only wearing the body which can be destroyed, that you are the reality which activates the body and cannot be destroyed, how can you be afraid? And that's from the Peace Pilgrim. Okay, that's the information from the Mayan calendar for this day, towards the end of this 12th month of 13 months. So the calendar, the new year starts on July 26th. So you can get your calendar now and have it ready, so you won't have to necessarily listen to me, although you might still. Who knows? All right. Have a lovely day, and now let's go.